guys, welcome to the show. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Aidan.
And we are back in the game.
Back in it.
Indeed we are.
What we're going to do is talk about last week's results, the Carabao Cup. A bit of
Yeah,
Liverpool,
we've had that this week.
Liverpool for sale.
That's a big story, that.
Big story, yeah. So we've got a few things to
Definitely
touch
have to go
on.
with that
So we want to go quick because we've got a lot to cover. I'm going to start with Chelsea Arsenal. My personal take on this, right, with Chelsea, and I watched them last night against City.
Yeah.
I don't think they're playing for the manager.
That's a big shout, that.
Oh, we've got a bet on as well.
That's
We've got
a bit.
a £40 bet on. He's gone by the World Cup.
Yeah. That's a big shout, that.
That's
So one match to go.
Exactly.
One match.
I don't think they're going to give him the time.
And that's Newcastle away as well.
I think he's well out of his depth.
I think we did touch on this when he first went there. We were going to wonder whether someone that's not that well known really to a lot of these big players, although he's done well at Brighton.
Don't get me wrong, I like the guy.
No,
I think he's a great manager.
Yeah.
But I think he's out of his depth in Chelsea.
Sometimes these top class players, unless you've won trophies, then they don't have respect for you.
Correct.
I think that is the problem. I think, you know what, same thing happened at United with Moyes.
Yep.
I think a lot of the players there at the time, they thought, yeah, but what have we actually won though? I don't think they had respect for him, I don't think they played for him. So he went, I think it happens all the time, to a certain extent. Same thing happened with Solskjaer.
The one thing I noticed last night, and I noticed it with Arsenal, when they played Arsenal are doing very well, by the way. Right?
They deserved to win that game by more than one, I think.
It should have been a 4-0 game for me. It was a 4-0 game. 3-4-0 game for me for Arsenal. Arsenal solid.
Well, to be fair.
Solid at the back, solid in midfield, decent up front. People talk about Jesus having a great season and all that kind of stuff, and he's having a good season.
Yeah.
But what you fail to miss is that Alvarez for City, who no one talks about, has scored just as many goals as Jesus. He's scored more now, has he?
In all competitions.
In all competitions, I think he scored maybe one more, and he's played 459 minutes less.
No, I get that. But to be fair, Alvarez is up against Haaland for the limelight there, isn't he? And he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus has also got that 5 assists as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Jesus having a great,
he's still doing well.
Having a great season.
To be fair, he's doing better than I thought he would.
We'll touch on that in a minute when I'm going to talk about something else. But what I'm noticing with Chelsea last night and what I watched against Arsenal is these certain players, and last night made it for you. I turned around to you last night and said, "Who's playing there right back?"
Yeah.
And you went, "I think it's Loftus-Cheek." And I went, "That's what I thought. That's why I asked him."
Yeah.
Because he knows football quite well, and I thought maybe I'm wrong here, but it looks like Loftus-Cheek's playing right back.
Yeah.
And he was. He was
playing back five. Playing back five, and he was wing back.
Loftus-Cheek is 100% not a wing back.
Nowhere near.
He's not got the pace.
No.
He's got the strength and everything to be a right back if you want to put him at right, but he's not a right back neither.
No, he's not.
Don't try and put a square in a triangle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for me. He's got better options. There must be someone. Aspilicueta's a right back.
Yeah.
Right. Start him.
Was he?
Absolutely.
Came on as a sub last night.
I thought was that a case of trying to rest a few players though with Aspilicueta being sub maybe.
Possibly, but don't put Loftus-Cheek as a right back. Not against Jack Grealish.
I've not seen him play there before.
It was the best game I've seen Grealish play for City
That's
last night.
probably why.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Grealish was probably the best game I've seen him play for City last night. He was on fire. Yeah, chance after chance. He deserved the goal last night.
Yeah, he's definitely well out of position there, Loftus-Cheek. Centre midfield for him all day long.
He's 100% central midfielder.
He's built as a centre half maybe, because
he's 100% central midfielder.
But central midfield, and that's it. No way a wing back.
Yeah.
No chance.
No.
I don't think he's played there before.
And I'd say something else as well. The curly-haired guy that plays Cucurella.
Cucurella.
We swerved the bullet signing him for the amount of money they paid for him. And Chelsea threw all the money at him. I think they swerved the bullet. And last night he was after every player he could kick.
Oh really?
And the referee did not have a word with him once.
Yeah.
Yet Cole Palmer taps the guy and he's like, come here, I need a word. And then Grealish did it again, brought him over, I need a word. Their players were doing it, didn't speak to him once.
Yeah.
And Cucurella was the worst for it last night.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're out because you know what? Last night they were a shit team.
Well, it was either us or them. Yeah. So you would be, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm biased. I know I'm biased.
Yeah, what I say about Cucurella just because he's got big wavy hair and it flops about, looks like he's dead busy, he's done stuff, but I was never convinced by him.
His haircut makes him look better at football than he actually is.
I think it does, used to like with Fellaini.
Like that rude bullet and stuff.
Yeah,
David Luiz and
exactly.
There's quite a few from
the. Definitely dodged the bullet with him.
I think so, yeah.
60 odd million?
Yeah, I think they said you're getting for 25 million.
It's a £25 million player, yeah.
Worth a punt.
Yeah, £25 million player.
Wow.
Yeah, 60 odd, nah.
But I think Bowley, because he's new to the game, because I think he was dealing with some of the transfers, wasn't he? I think he messed up his style. He wanted to play, he thought City after him as well. He thought, right, he must be great. I don't think he's going to work.
But going on to Arsenal, forget Chelsea, going on to Arsenal, Martinelli, for me, he's probably one of the best players in the Premier League at the moment.
He was looking good last season anyway. He sort of played more of a bit part, didn't he?
How long have I been talking him up, Martinelli?
Yeah.
5 years, 4 years, whatever he's been.
But he's getting a lot more regular now, and he's coming to fruition now. He is a good player, really
top player for me.
I think so.
And he's deservedly in the World Cup squad for Brazil.
What do you think about Firmino getting left out?
Who's she?
I think I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. He's not. There's miles better options.
Yeah,
than
he's not.
Is that like who?
I'd rather take Richarlison than Firmino.
Richarlison has scored 0 goals in the Premier League. Firmino scored 6 this season, assisted 3 as well.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah. He's hot and cold, Firmino. I do like him. I think Firmino's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but I think there's better options. Than,
I think so.
For the Brazil team.
He's never been one of my favourites. Maybe he's a bit biased because he's a Liverpool player, but I don't know. It's just something I don't get.
Would you rather have Jesus or Martinelli or Firmino?
I would have Jesus and Martinelli
ahead of Firmino.
Yeah,
there's the answer.
But I know, but there's not 3 forwards you can take. There's 6 or 5.
Yeah, but you look at other ones as well. There must be other
Richarlison. I don't think Richarlison.
No, there must be other Brazilian forwards.
Yeah, Antony from United.
Neymar.
Name Antony's gone.
Anthony, he's in there. Yeah.
What about Oscar?
Oscar.
Is he still alive?
No idea.
He still plays for Shanghai.
But, yeah, then that's a different story. It was like 25, 26 when you went there.
I'd rather take Will I Am.
What on the TV show on The Voice?
I'd take him.
I'd rather take him than Eric Dyer. But anyway, again, I shouldn't have said that. We've gone too early.
We will do a World Cup special this week. Actually, we'll do a World Cup special.
It'll be a long one.
Once all the what's this been?
We'll do an hour on Eric Dyer, then we'll
should we talk about the Tottenham Liverpool
game?
But
Arsenal for me is solid at the moment, and it's going to take some breaking down for them not to win the league. It's going to take something special.
I think City's still favourites to win the league. I think you've got the strong squad. I think you've got a strong squad, and you've been there before. I think they'll still fall, but they still surprised me. Hold my hands up. Doing a lot better now. I thought by now they would have moved down the same route, but you know they're doing it, aren't they?
They're doing fantastic. So if you're watching Fam Bro, cuz what do you call them? Arsenal TV, Fam.
Arsenal Fan TV.
Arsenal Fan TV. Right. Good on you, Fam.
Yeah, but it's making it interesting at Tottenham anyway. Otherwise, we're running away with it again this season.
Let's touch on Tottenham Liverpool. Yeah, Eric Dyer mistake. Eric Dyer is probably the worst centre half. I swear to God, I'd rather have like Danny Dyer playing at the back.
That'll be splendid.
Yeah, he's bad. Eric Dyer's bad.
Yeah, I know. You're not a fan.
When you're watching the game, like, what was he even thinking of? What was he trying to do?
Didn't hit his head, his shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a dink.
I guess he's trying to
knock a drop on your head. It's a drop on your head and dink like that. And he goes. Tries to be spectacular. It's his shoulder and he gives away a goal.
I know, unbelievable.
And that's what we're gonna start with. And we're gonna start with Eric Dyer and Harry Maguire.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I think Stones has got to be.
There's no way Stones doesn't start.
If Stones doesn't start, right, and we lose, I'm going to kill Gareth Southgate. I'm going to rip his waistcoat off, get him in a headlock, and give him a nuggie. We're not going to win anything with Gareth Southgate anyway, so I don't even know why I'm bothering getting all excited about England.
But we'll leave England.
We'll leave England for the World Cup special.
To be fair, decent result for Liverpool because they've been a bit up and down on the season.
It's a massive result. But 2 mistakes to the goals.
I know, yeah. But against Spurs second half, miles better. But they just couldn't get the ball and they left it too late. They need to play that all the way through a match.
They've done that too many times this season as well. Played second half a lot better, but it's a game of 2
Second half looked great, all attacking, on fire.
There's something that I strongly pointed out in that game was Kulusevski came on as a sub. Why is he not starting?
I said to you,
why is he not starting?
I thought he was injured. I thought he came on a sub. And he changed it straight away. Set Kane up. Got an assist for Kane for the goal.
But he's one of them players. Kulusevski for me, he's one of them players that plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's passionate. And he plays 100%. He'll give you 100% every single time.
He's a damn good player.
He's a solid player.
He's really he's skillful. He's got an eye for a pass. You know,
I've never seen him make a mistake.
Don't give the ball away.
He never gives the ball. I've watched him. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this Kulusevski because I've not seen him give the ball away once, and he always.
Where did he come from?
Juventus.
Did he? Right, sort of that came out of the blue. They signed him. I thought. I didn't think anything much of it, but
solid player.
Really,
absolutely.
Really good player.
Whether he stays at Tottenham are a big team, obviously. Whether he stays at Tottenham, because Tottenham.
Have they even signed him?
Let me tell you.
Is he not on loan?
I think it's a permanent signing.
It might be on loan with an option to buy at the end.
It's not. I don't know what big teams.
There'll be a few teams in there.
You're not going to win anything with Spurs. You're not.
I don't think so because I'm still not convinced Conte will be there next season either.
No, me neither.
No, I saw a fact about Spurs as well. Was like, since Gareth Bale left, his first trophyless season was when he came back to Spurs.
That's right. It's funny that, isn't it? I'd say the most Spursy thing that can happen, right, is they'll get Pochettino as their manager.
Get Pochettino back again.
Yeah, Pochettino will come back.
Yeah,
so they pay him like £1 billion to leave or whatever,
yeah.
and they'll bring him back for £1 billion.
Yeah.
And he'll be on more money, and he'll have a 3-year hiatus, whatever.
Yeah, and then he'll finish 4th.
And they'll finish 5th.
5th, yeah. It'll be outside Champions League, so
yeah.
guarantee you can't. Yeah.
But they're not going to win anything, are they? Spurs, to be fair, they're not.
They're just hot and cold still for me.
They're not. They haven't got strength in every position.
Yeah.
They've got some good players. Holberg, I like Holberg. He's top players. Again, another one of them players where he's steady.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with him. He's steady every game.
You get a solid 6.5 out of 10 every week for him. No, you don't sort of dip below it, does
No,
he?
correct. That's a good analogy now, because that's exactly what you got.
And you do need players like that in your team. You can't all be like, 8, 9 one week and 4 the other week.
The problem with Spurs is they didn't fix the back line for me. They didn't solidify the back line. So what they've done now is they've got a weak back line, putting Eric Dyer as a centre half. He's not a centre half. He's a midfielder.
That's what he is.
And he's a shit midfielder. He's even worse as a centre half.
Yeah.
Right. He's shit. I don't care what you say. He's shit.
Have you put up anything for you?
I was hoping United. I was actually hoping United would sign him.
That'll be a proper United.
I was like, the other day. Well, talking about United sign, we'll talk about that in a minute. But remind me, right, about what I told you last night, and I told you 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, what happened is, with Spurs, they needed. For me, Spurs needed a solid centre half.
Yeah.
Since Vertonghen left and Vermaelen and people like that, they've never really sort of like not Vermaelen. Vermaelen was an Arsenal, wasn't he?
What, Vertonghen and Alderweireld?
Alderweireld, that's him. Since they've left, they've never replaced him with a solid centre half.
Good point, because they were, as a pair, were pretty good, to be fair.
They were, and they've not fixed that
area.
I
think they have. I would like to disagree with you, to be honest.
I think the keeper's bobbins as well.
I think Christian Romero, he's injured at the moment. That's why he's not been playing.
No, Romero's one of them. He's another one.
Romero's one of the best centre backs in the league, top 5.
He's a liability. What?
Top 5 centre backs in the league, Christian Romero, yeah, for me.
That's a big shout.
Massive shout. He's a liability. Would you have him over? Would you have him over Van Dijk?
No, he's in the top 5 as well.
Okay.
Stones, yeah, top 5. Diaz,
Laporte, Aki,
Akanji, no.
Martinez have been there.
Yeah, I'm just top 5.
Sure, that's fine.
Gabriel, Saliba.
I think Christian Romero is better.
If Saliba and Gabriel, would you have him over them two?
I don't.
You're going to the top 10 now, aren't you?
No, because you're just chucking all these names at me. That it's a debate, isn't it? Like
Lewis Dunk.
Shut up. No, I'm taking Christian Romero over Lewis Dunk.
What about the Newcastle centre halves?
To be fair, that Botman's a great centre back.
Yeah. There's
a lot of
backs. Newcastle's captain can't even get in the team, not if he's injured, but he can't get in the team.
Lascelles. To be fair, when you start naming them, you think there's actually
a
lot of good centre halves in there, and there's probably not much between them, to be fair, but it is a matter of choice. I get that top 5 absolutely, because I think you could change him with a few that could be in top 5. It's
I think he's a liability.
Yeah, I think players that are like a liability, like rational, like Koulibaly is a very
massive liability. Massive liability. Koulibaly.
I think he is.
Said that to you for years.
I said that to you at the start of the season that he's not going to.
I said it to you 3 seasons ago about Koulibaly.
Yeah, when we tried to sign him.
I have said, "Oh, we don't sign him."
I think that was another Bowley signing.
Yeah,
that was again another big name, which
massive money.
Because I think he's about 29. I think he's Koulibaly now.
He's in his 30s.
I think that's why no one's bought, because he was linked with United for years and years, but they never been on it. And I think they were trying to get him off the books for big money. For a long time.
He was that like best centre back out of the top. That's not at a top club.
Yeah, exactly. For a long time. Is it Skriniar? Is his name?
Skriniar.
He's not bad.
Yeah, decent
for coming out of the Italian leagues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think Spurs, Liverpool did a great job. They did what they needed to do. Win away at Spurs, massive result.
I suppose you got Salah up front. He's got a chance. Because he's a good finisher.
He's always
give him a chance.
He's always in there.
Absolutely, he's always.
He knows where the goal is. He's one of the best players that's ever played in the Premier League.
They've still got a top player at Liverpool. They've just been having an up and down season, so it's one of those. They might click into places. They might go on a run of winning quite a few on the run, but I don't know what's
wrong with Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he's just gone from being. For me, he's gone from being borderline world class, to being borderline championship.
He's dropped his standards quite a lot.
He can do that week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? Like, 1 week he'll be Champions League type player, and the next week he'll be a Championship.
He looks again another liability.
Yeah. But it's the whole team, though, isn't it? I mean, is it like a whole team type thing where everyone else is playing well, so he's not as well? Or?
I don't know if you noticed this with Trent
Sure.
Alexander-Arnold. What he does is he used to play the game with a smile on his face, and he'd be laughing and joking and then enjoying the game.
Yeah.
Now he's got this persona where he doesn't smile.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah. Show me, mate.
Hey, you just wonder whether something's
Could
going
be
on
on
behind the
stick
scenes
as well, like all the media and stuff.
No,
like,
it just seems to be. He seems to be putting it on.
Yeah.
He seems to be trying hard not to smile.
Right, with you.
And not to have this serious face.
Yeah.
He just seems to be like, look at me, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Get on with your game, mate. Just concentrate, focus on the game.
Seems to be
He's a top player.
he might be feeling sorry for himself a bit for some reason, but I don't know why. But he's definitely not the player he was.
He's a top player.
Isn't.
Top player.
Yeah, no, it can be.
Yeah, and I wish he'd get back in gear, because you know what, England need him number one, but Liverpool need him more, and he's the difference why Liverpool, in my opinion, he's the difference why Liverpool have dropped. But not only that, Liverpool got a couple of Asian players in midfield. You know, Henderson's probably past his sell by date.
Milner keeps getting inside, doesn't he? For some reason.
Milner's older than me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, you look at
I remember I used to love James Milner as a kid. I used to have a picture of him on the wall when I was a kid. When I was about 5.
I just took that.
He's got to be what, 83?
Fair play to him, he keeps going, doesn't he? He's a top professional, by the way.
He is.
But you can tell that, can't you? But we've got a few that are aging a bit, though, haven't you? You know, Van Dijk's well over 30 now, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
You know,
but I just think as well, Thiago for me is not. I've said this before. For me, he's not a. He thinks he's better than what he is.
If you give him space, he can pick a pass. But if you close him down, I think it's.
I'm going to tell you now, right? Name a player in the Premier League who plays, right? You're going to name the same guys I'm thinking, because we talk about it a lot. Name a player in the Premier League who plays, who thinks he's like Lionel Messi 2009, but he's actually more like Jed Taggart.
Yeah.
2000.
Ooh. Well, Sturridge isn't there anymore, is he? So it can't be.
No, I'll give you a clue. He's not a forward. Well, he kind of is a forward.
Yeah.
He's a forward midfielder, and he's absolutely dog shit.
I don't know if we're talking.
And he thinks he is the bee's knees. He thinks he's Messi 2009.
Does he play for a top 6 side?
Yeah, he does.
In general.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Jadon Sancho.
No.
But I wouldn't think it's that much. Like,
Sancho's kind of piped down a little bit.
Yeah,
he knows. Sancho kind of knows where his level is. He's piped down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, since what's it left? The other dancer.
Oh, Lingard.
Lingard, yeah. Since he's left, Sancho's piped down a little bit.
See Lingard do the gritty last night against Tottenham. The dance.
No, it's that Ziyech from.
Oh,
mate.
Yeah.
He's absolutely. He wouldn't even make our Thursday night team. I swear to God.
That was a strange sign. He never seems to have been happy since he's been there.
Mate, he thinks he's something special.
Yeah.
He's dog shit.
Yeah, I think so.
He has got a good left foot though. I think he's got.
Yeah,
a
but
good
that's
shot.
not going to win you £300 a week. That's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah,
he'll be gone.
But I think if he played on your Thursday night team, he'd be ripping you to shreds.
Nah. You know what? He's about that big and about that wide. He lost about a minute. I'll just body check him straight into the fence. Boom. Sorry, mate. Accident. Slipped.
Sorry, mate.
I'll just hang you up there. Let me know when you want to get down.
Right.
But he's
You're not a fan?
No.
I think you're right. He definitely thinks he's better than he actually is.
Yeah. I'm going to move quickly onto the City Fulham game, because that was a talking point. We were at that game, weren't we?
We weren't sitting together though.
No, we weren't. We weren't sitting together. I was in the corporate hospitality box with a Fulham fan, believe it or not. And the sending off changed the game for me.
Yeah,
it was a sending off. It was definitely a penalty. Don't get me wrong. 100% a penalty. Whether it was a sending off, I thought you couldn't get sent off and a penalty at the same time. I thought it was a double jeopardy thing.
To be honest, I'm not sure the rules have heard of double jeopardy, but I don't know if it's for a foul, or for a handball, or.
But I thought it might just be for the keeper then. I was like, is it just for the keeper?
You know what I think it is.
And we were with the keeper. We were sat with the keeper, with Paddy Kenny.
Yeah, of course.
He played for Ireland and Sheffield United, and QPR.
Yeah.
In that game, he said he let that game. He said he let that goal in with Aguero.
Yeah. So I believe.
He said let it in.
Yeah.
Don't care what United fans think. Let it in. I wanted City to win the league. He told me some funny stories actually. He told me that when they came back into the changing room after that, they celebrated because they stayed up.
Yeah.
So he said that was reason for them to celebrate, because their goal was to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah.
At the start of the season, and that's what they did. They
but
achieved
they didn't know that until after the game as well. So there's no chance he would have let that goal in. Knowing if he lets it in, he can get relegated.
No, he didn't let it in. He just wanted the United fans all saying it, because Rooney blamed him for the goal apparently. So what he was saying was they celebrated when they went in. He said they had the champagne out. He said they're all like, what's it? He said Anton Ferdinand was just laying on the physio bed, sulking.
Right.
And he went, "What's up with you?" He went, "Can't believe it. We just not only that." He said, "I can't celebrate. We just fucking lost."
Yeah.
And he went, "Yeah, but we stayed up." He went, "Yeah, but my brother's not won the league." He said, "So I got the bottle of champagne and fucking sprayed it in his face." He said, "He fucking chased me around." He said, "He tells some good stories." But it's, I think we're going to do a podcast with him. He wants to come. He's going to join us for one of the podcasts. But he's, he's like I say, he was the Ireland international keeper.
That's right. Yeah.
QPR, Sheffield United.
Been around
amongst a few other clubs as well. But top lad, very very good guy. But the sending off kind of like it was definitely a penalty, I think. But then you look at the Spurs Liverpool game.
When Alexander
Arnold did exactly the same tackle on the left back, Sessegnon. Did exactly the same tackle for me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was identical, almost. Not even spoken.
Didn't get anything. I know. Yeah.
What a penalty. What even looked at.
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
And I'm like,
inconsistency still is absolutely every single week.
You say that, really? He wasn't in a scoring.
He wasn't in a scoring position, yeah, but he still has the ball. He's still possession of the ball.
Yeah, it starts to be a foul.
Yeah, it's still a foul, and it's a penalty. For me, it's a penalty. It's not a red card. It's a penalty. And I think if he's the last man, then it's a red card. Obviously, that's the rule. But what you've got with the referee, I think his name Darren England.
Yeah.
Absolutely poor. I'm going to use mild words here. He gave us nothing for the whole game, did he?
Yeah.
He was absolute shit.
I was surprised when he gave us the penalty.
I think he, in his mind, was thinking, "You know what? I've got to give it."
Yeah.
And to be fair, De Bruyne made a massive meal of it, which most players do.
Yeah.
Goes in your favour sometimes it doesn't.
It does.
He clipped his ankle because the first one not to complain was their player.
Yeah.
And that's a sign for me. As soon as their player just goes,
"Yeah,
I've kicked him."
Yeah.
He's kicked his ankle. De Bruyne's made a massive meal of it.
Yeah, it was a foul, and he sort of jumped up a bit, De Bruyne, didn't he? But I mean, the refs give it for that. So
if De Bruyne doesn't give that dive,
you don't get a penalty.
You don't get a penalty.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just the way it is, isn't it? If you stay on your feet, referees don't give you a penalty.
I actually thought the keeper saved it.
I thought so. I went,
"Oh no!"
That's why I went, "Oh no!" And I saw the back of the net ripple. I was like, and I saw him running away. I was like, "Oh!"
Because I was on the proper other side of the stadium. I just saw it. I just heard it hit his arm as well. Went underneath him.
I thought, he kind of dived over the ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I like Leno as well. I think he's a good goalkeeper.
You probably were nervous before it, weren't you? Because your record with penalties isn't great, is it? Really?
No.
Missed quite a few. So,
but only when he's on the pitch, we score penalties. But the other side of it is, to be fair, people saying like it hurt for Fulham because it was a bit it wasn't.
No.
Fulham to be delaying from the kick-off.
Yeah. If another team's down to 10 men and then your time wasting sitting back and defending, then you deserve everything you get as far as I'm concerned.
And that's what they got.
If you don't attack and just give it a go when someone's down to 10
men.
men.
They played most of the game with the extra man as well.
That's what I'm saying, 10 men.
If you don't have a go then, you know.
What did he get sent off in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So they had 70 minutes of playing with 11 against 10.
Yeah.
And they still didn't even try.
Well, they've got what they deserve then, that's what I say.
Yeah.
No matter
100%.
what team it is, if you're just going to sit back and defend when the other team's down to 10 men.
Yeah. And it was a champion's mentality, the way we come. And I tell you what, the way they celebrated at the end, it was like we won the league.
I know, yeah.
They were doing a lap of honour, shirt off, and they were doing a lap of honour. Pep going mental, going around chanting his own name.
See it with the camera, with the water ball.
Yeah. But that's it's one of them where you pull 3 points out of the bag of nothing.
Yeah.
Go back.
If we'd have had, I'd say now, if we'd have had 11 men on that team, it's easy to say now going back. If we'd have had 11, if we'd have been a 6-7-0 game.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, could have been.
Easy. But it was Fulham didn't have anything.
Yeah.
They came out to defend.
I mean, to be fair, you could say if they had Thingy up front, if he wasn't injured.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mitrovic. I mean, because I think he can make a difference.
But if we'd have had Haaland up front, we'd have made a difference.
No, that's what I mean. That's why I say, if you had down to 10 men, it's hard to
we didn't have Haaland.
Yeah. Well,
he came on as a sub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we'd have had,
it was Alvarez that scored.
It was Alvarez that scored. Yeah.
I mean, if you had Messi playing as well, or if Fulham had Messi.
So if what you've got at your hands, but we didn't play Haaland.
Yeah.
They didn't play Mitrovic, so kind of balanced out. They had 10. We had 10 for 70 minutes of the game. They had 11. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Even with Mitrovic, they wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
There was no outlet.
It's not going to try.
You never know.
You never know.
You don't know. That's right. You don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll see when we go. We'll see when we go Fulham away.
But yeah, win to win anyway. So that's what you want.
Away.
Yeah. Fulham away. Yeah. I love Fulham.
That's who we've got on Sunday, by the way.
Fulham.
Yeah, away.
Yeah. It's probably one of the best away games.
Is it?
Yeah. The pubs around that area. are just spectacular.
We go to the cottage.
You walk down the. I think we might be in the cottage this season.
Really?
We're going to try, but you're going to you walk down the Thames.
Yeah.
And all the bars on the Thames, and if it's a nice day, it's probably the best away day.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not many that meet it. Brentford's close.
Yeah. Oh
Brentford's
really?
good round Richmond and all round
Yeah.
there and all that kind of stuff.
Right,
It's
okay.
nice. But for me, the best away day is Fulham.
Right. High praise indeed.
Yeah, it's a proper top. And when you go
Yeah.
there as well, they're just nice fans.
Yeah.
You know, they're just very.
It strikes that they always look a bit mixed sometimes as well.
They have a mixed stand,
do they?
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird, but they're such nice people.
Yeah.
That you can't get angry with them.
Yeah. Fair
they're just a nice club.
Yeah.
You know, and it's we had a Fulham fan in the box the other day. And he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
And even he said at the end, he went, "I don't think it's a penalty." I went, "He's kicked him, hasn't he?" And he went, "Well, if he's kicked him, it's a penalty." I went, "Penalty, then, isn't it?"
Not great debate.
And he went, "Guess so." But it was one of them.
That wins a win. You get one in the last minute. It's great, you know.
Yeah,
Bedford fans.
He buzz off it. It was a great
Best way to win.
Yeah, it's the best way to win.
Of course it is.
Great
Yeah,
atmosphere. Aston Villa Man United, Mike. I didn't see the game because it wasn't on TV.
The
goals match of the day.
They got a goal early on. Got a new manager, so of course they're a completely different team. So they were actually trying.
Good evening.
Scored the first good goal, then the second one was a free kick from outside the box.
What can you do about that?
It was a great free kick.
Who scored the free kick?
Luca Dean.
He's good at that. He's got
a great free kick.
Banger of a left foot.
I thought first half we actually played all right. We were looking like we could get something out of the match, but second half they had a breakaway goal after in the first 5 minutes, and that was it. Then
that was a good goal. Like placed it
Leon
right.
Bailey.
He did, yeah.
Jacob
No one
Ramsey.
tracked him back. I mean, we
Jacob Ramsey.
we had to think he played, didn't we? Van der Beek. He should have been tracking him back, but the guy was in aches. There's no one there in this guy. He just slotted it in. Good goal, but after that we just couldn't score. You know, couldn't get.
What's
into
your
the
problem,
match.
innit? Because I don't think was it an own goal. Was the goal an own goal?
Yeah, sure. Had a shot and then it flicked off someone and sort of looped over the keeper.
Right.
So that was classed as an own goal.
You're struggling to score goals. So you haven't really got centre forward, though, have you?
No, not really. We've had Martial missing most of the season.
What's that number 7 called? That
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. That's him.
I was going to say you've got no striker, but you only got the striker with the most ever goals in world football.
Yeah, but he's been poor this season. But Martial,
he's too old for the Premier League.
We had a great pre-season. Martial, he's doing well at the start of the season, but then he's been injured most of the time, which has been a big shame because he was actually looking pretty good. Martial.
He'll wait till he plays against us. He always scores against us, but it's one of them where Martial is. I don't think he's not your answer.
No, I don't think so. But I think
you need a forward.
I think they spent a lot of money in the summer and they couldn't get a forward as well because it'd be just too much.
Yeah.
So I think it's a work in progress at United. Everyone knows
money
that.
on in the summer.
Anthony, about 78 million. Martinez, 50 odd million.
Last year at left back.
He was only about 15, 20 million, something like that. He was a decent price.
Ericsson, how much did you pay him?
Ericsson was free. He was free. Which was absolutely great signing.
Yeah.
So he puts an insurance claim when he dies.
But it's a work in progress. I think next summer they'll be focusing on a striker because we need a top goal scorer.
I think you need a midfielder and a striker.
We're crying out for it. I mean, it's surprising to conceding 3 goals because 6-7 previous matches, I think we had 6 clean sheets in 7 matches. Up the back, we've been looking pretty solid. To be fair,
City.
Eh?
Until you played City.
Casemiro.
Well, no. After post the City match, then we've had 6 clean sheets out of 7 matches. I think something like that. So but Casemiro as well. Yeah. So we look pretty solid.
How much you pay for Casemiro?
About 50-60 million, depending who you believe. About 50 million, I think, something like
I
that.
thought it was less than
But
that.
he's looking class
I thought
player.
it was a free transfer.
No,
it was not going to be free.
No, paid for him.
I thought it was out of contract.
No. But they're looking pretty good to be honest. But it was a glitch. I think we have been looking alright. But it's just goals. Just can't score goals.
It's a tough.
We've got Villa against
place to
tonight.
go. Yeah, you're
At home.
At home, that's in the cup. But we'll be making a few changes. Then, like I said, we've got Fulham away on Sunday.
Right.
Which is the last match of
That's
the
a
Premier
tough
League
one.
before
An
World
easy
Cup.
game as well.
So but in general, looking alright. But
Fair play,
Villa deserved it. They played better than they ever do, without a doubt.
It goes to show that the players didn't really want to play for Gerrard.
Absolutely.
I really want Aston Villa to do really well now.
Leon Bailey is, he's probably, he's a top player at Bayern Munich.
He scored in every game he's played.
Bayern Munich he played.
No, by Leverkusen.
Yeah.
And he was a top player in Germany.
Yeah.
And he brought him into there, and Gerrard didn't fancy him. He just didn't want to play him.
Yeah.
He came and he scored against us when he came on as a sub.
Yeah.
I think he was
Yeah,
sub.
he
He came on
did,
and
he
he drew 1-1.
Yeah.
So he saved them a point there. And
Yeah.
Gerrard was celebrating like everyone else. I was talking to a guy, a Villa fan, on the way out, and he was going, "Yes!" And I went, "Mate, Southampton beat us. Or Southampton drew against us." I said, so look
at the time as well, it was like, if Leicester win, you're at the bottom.
I said, that's what I said to him. I said, if Leicester win tomorrow, mate, you're bottom of the league.
Yeah.
And he went, oh, don't remind me of that. Oh, yeah, he went the other way, sort of thing. You know, he bottled it and went the other way.